our commission from Rome is read, let silence be commanded.
What's the need? It hath already publicly been read, and on all sides the authority allowed. You may then spare that time.
Be it so. Proceed.
Say, Henry, King of England, come into the court.
Henry, King of England, come into the court.
Yeah.
Say, Katherine, Queen of England, come into the court.
Katherine, Queen of England.
Sir, I desire you to do me right and justice, and to bestow your pity on me, for I am a most poor woman and a stranger born out of your dominions, having here no judge indifferent, nor no more assurance of equal friendship and proceeding. Alas, sir, in what have I offended you? What cause hath my behavior given to your displeasure that you should thus proceed to put me off, and to take your good grace from me? Heaven witness, I have been to you a true and humble wife, at all times to your will conformable, ever in fear to kindle your dislikes, yea, glad or sorry, as I saw it inclined. When was the hour I ever contradicted your desire, or made it not mine too? Or which of your friends have I not strove to love, although I knew he were mine enemy? Or which of my friends that had to him derived your anger did I continue in my life, nay, gave notice he was from thence discharged? Sir, call to mind, I have been your wife in this obedience upwards of 20 years, and have been blessed with many children by you. If in the course and process of this time you can report and prove it to against mine honor aught, my bond to wedlock, my love and duty against your sacred person, in the name of God turn me away, and let the foulest contempt shut the door upon me, and so give me up to the sharpest kind of justice. Please you, sir, the king, your father, was reputed for a prince most prudent, of an excellent and unmatched wit and judgment. Ferdinand, my father, king of Spain, was reckoned one of the wisest prince that there had reigned by many a year before. It is not to be questioned. They had gathered wise counsel to them of every realm that did debate this business, who deemed our marriage lawful. Wherefore, sir, I humbly beseech you to spare me, while I may be by my friends in Spain advised, whose counsel I will employ. If not, in the name of God, your pleasure be fulfilled.
You have here, lady, and of your choice, these reverend fathers, men of singular integrity and learning, yea, the elect of the land who are assembled to plead your cause. It shall be therefore bootless that longer you desire the court, as much for your own quiet, as to rectify what is unsettled in the king.
His Grace hath spoken well and just. Therefore, madam, it is fit with this royal session to proceed, and that without delay their arguments be now produced and heard.
My Lord Cardinal, to you I speak.
Your pleasure, madam.
Sir, I am about to weep, but thinking that we are queen, or long have dreamed so certain the daughter of a king, my drops of tears I'll turn to sparks of fire.
Be patient yet.
Oh, I will, when you are humble. Nay, before, or God will punish me. I do believe, induced by potent circumstances, that you are mine enemy, and make my challenge. You shall not be my judge, for it is you have blown this coal betwixt my lord and me, which God's due quench. Therefore I say again, I utterly abhor, yea, from my soul refuse you for my judge, whom I hold my most malicious foe, and think not at all a friend to truth.
Madam, you do me wrong. I have no spleen against you, nor injustice for you or any. How far I have proceeded, or how far further shall, is warranted by a commission from the consistory, yea, the whole consistory of Rome, do beseech you, gracious madam, to unthink your speaking and to say no more.
My lord, I am a simple woman, far too weak to oppose your cunning. Your meek and humble mouth, you sign your place in calling in full seeming with meekness and humility, but your heart is crammed with arrogancy, spleen, and pride. I must tell you, you tender more your person's honor than your high profession spiritual. That I say again, I do refuse you for my judge, and here before you all appeal unto the Pope to bring my whole cause before his holiness and to be judged by him. Woo!
This queen is obstinate.
Yeah, we love her.
Stubborn to justice, apt to accuse it, disdainful to be tried by it, is not aware. She going away.
Call her again.
Katherine, Queen of England, come into the court. Madam, you are called back.
What need you not pray? Keep your way. When you are called, return. Now the Lord have they vexed me past my patience. Lord, pass on. I will not tarry. No, not evermore upon this business my appearance make in any of their courts.
Katherine, Queen of England,
Go thy ways, king. That man of the world who shall report he has a better wife, let him not be trusted for speaking false in that. Thou art alone. If thy rare qualities, sweet gentleness, thy meekness, saint-like, wife-like, government, obeying and commanding, and pot sovereign and pious self could speak thee out. Queen of earthly queens, she's noble born, and like her true nobility, has carried herself towards me.
sir, in humblest manner, I require your highness that it shall please you to declare in hearing of all these ears, for where I am robbed and bound, there must I be unloosed, although not there at once and fully satisfied, whether I ever did broach this business to your highness, or laid any scruple in your way which might induce you to the question on it, or ever have to you, but with thanks to God for such a royal lady spake one, the least word which might be to the prejudice of her present state, or touch of her good person.
My good Lord Cardinal, I do excuse you. Yea, upon mine honor, I free you from it. You ever have wished the sleeping of this business, never desired it be stirred, but oft have hindered, oft the many passages made toward it. On my honor, I speak my good Lord Cardinal to this point, and thus far clear here. Now, what moves me to it? I will be bold with time and your attention, and mark the inducement. Thus came, give heed to it. My conscience first received a tenderness, scruple, and prick on certain speeches uttered by the Bishop of Bayonne, the then French ambassador, who had been hither sent on the debating a marriage twixt the Duke of Orleans and our daughter Mary. In the course of this business, ere a determinate resolution, he, I mean the bishop, did require a respite, wherein he might, the king his lord, advertise whether our daughter were legitimate. Respecting this, our marriage with the dowager, sometimes our brother's wife, this respite shook the bosom of my conscience, entered me, yea, with a splitting power, made it tremble the region of my breast, which forced such way that many May's considerings did throng and pressed in with his caution. At first I thought I stood not in the smile of heaven, who had commanded nature that my lady's womb, if it conceived male child by me, should do no more offices of life to it than the grave does to the dead. For her male issue, or died when they were made, or shortly after this world had aired them. Hence I took a thought this was a judgment on me, that my kingdom, well worthy the best male heir in the world, should not be gladdened in it by me. Thus follows that I weighed the danger my realm stood in by this, my issues failed, and that gave me many a groaning throe. Thus, hulling in the wild sea of my conscience, I steered toward this resolution, whereupon we are all now here together. That is to say, I meant to rectify my conscience, which I then did feel full sick and yet not well. By all the reverend fathers and doctors of the land learned, unsolicited, I left no member of this court, but by your particular consent proceeded under your hands and seals. Therefore, go on. But no dislike in the world against the good person of the Queen, but the sharp thorny points of my alleged reasons drive this forward. Prove but our marriage lawful. By my life and kingly dignity we are content to share our mortal state to come with her, Katherine, our Queen, for the primest creature that's paragon of the world.
So please your highness, the Queen being absent, 'tis a need for fitness that we adjourn this court till further day. Meanwhile must be honest notion made to the Queen to call back the appeal she intends unto his holiness.
I perceive that these cardinals do trifle with me. I abhor the dilatory sloth and tricks of Rome. Oh, my beloved and well-learned servant, Cranmer, prithee return with thy approach. I know my break up the court.